Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is February 22nd, 2019, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, out of Australia, early this morning, we had an employment change number that affected the Aussie dollar. We'll take a look at that. And later this morning, we have two numbers coming out of Europe that are really important. German PMI number and a French PMI number coming out, respectively, at 10:15 and 10:30 this morning. And lastly, today, we have Governor Poloz speaking today out of Canada at 7:35 p.m. in the evening, right? So just be aware of these numbers coming out later today. Now, looking at the Forex markets, the GBP tapers off pretty much. Euro's just sideways trading, not much volume, and Aussie dollar takes a little bit of a turn for the worse after this employment change number. But looking at the indices, Dow pushes higher above 26,000 after FOMC meeting minutes. We'll take a look at that. And commodities, oil like a rocket, flies to $57 a barrel. Gold trades and traders book profits right before resistance, and it kind of sells off at 1346-ish level. We'll take a look at that as well. And lastly, looking at cryptos, Bitcoin looked like it's hitting some sort of resistance on the upper limit, and we'll look at that as well. But let's see what we can expect from today's trading. So you can see earlier this morning, just looking at the GBP USD tapering off back down to 1320. Okay, I did mention that 1300 would be a possible support level for it, and sure enough, it is. And bouncing off of it about 64 pips, a nice little trade right there to 130.66-ish. And on the upper limit, remember, we do want to break above this area of 131-ish level, 131.44-ish level, and the next real level is 132.64-ish level right there. Okay, so that's our next really resistance level. But I mean, pretty much we're gaining on our upper limit here. And closing in off that. I mean, this is looking at a daily from almost 2 years ago. You could see how much it's, corrected itself and then recorrected itself. So it's been pretty much in this area for a long time because of Brexit. Looking at the Aussie dollar this morning, a big sell-off as we hit this resistance level, simultaneously hitting this employment change number as well. And looks like it's bouncing here, 71.16. Basically, it's almost in the middle of the range. Really, if you look at it on the top range, on the bottom range right there, that's pretty much the two ranges there. So it's closer to the bottom range. I wouldn't jump into it right away. Just want to see how this actually unfolds later today, and if it does rally above the moving averages, maybe we'll see itself continue to trade between these two ranges. Now jumping into oil, now this was the one. Okay, looking at that nice push upwards. We're trading at 57.25. Okay, closing in at that 57.80-ish level, which is our next resistance level. So just be aware that we may hit a little bit of turbulence here if we don't break above it with some with some excitement. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now looking at gold, this is what I was talking about, a little bit of a sell-off. Let's just look at a 30-minute. Yeah, from 1346 hit a little bit of a sell-off. 1350 is a resistance level, so right below that. Okay, we got to look at a daily chart to really see that. 1366-ish is the bigger resistance level. So just be aware that 1339, 1346 to have it sold off, go from where it's went to this year from 1212. We're getting in on this 1400 target for the year very shortly. So with that said, okay, it's really coming up to closer to the 1366. That will be a real resistance to really break and see if it does hold above it. Now looking at the indices, the Dow Jones, like a rocket, doesn't stop. Okay, so looking at it, it's trading at 26,000, pushed above it, 0.31 right now. So the question is that if this is really going to continue like this. Okay, I think the news was waiting for the meeting minutes yesterday just to give us some indication about future interest rate hikes, and I think that that's going to be in check. I don't think they're going to increase rates. So with that said, I think we're at that top of the area. I think we're going to find a new trading range in this upper limit somewhere, maybe between 25,695 and 26,000. So keep an eye on that as that continues to trade throughout the day. Now next, looking at the JSE, this is what I was talking about yesterday. we were closer to the 48.70-ish level, and we hit that resistance of 49.43, and we're just flirting with it. Okay, I'd like to see it close above. I'd like to see it, end up above this 49.9975-ish area and possibly 50,000 to hold it. Okay, because it does look like it's making a little bit of a comeback here as it pushes the upper limit. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, this is what I was talking about. We had a little bit of a snag up here, okay, at 39.21-ish level, okay, which is just shy of $4,000 per Bitcoin, okay. So understood that that's within what we've accomplished a lot over the past couple of weeks from 32.99, 3,300 to 3,900. That's over 600 points in 1 week. So it's a nice little rally we had there. We got to see it close above it. Okay, this is a significant resistance here at 39.23. So just be aware that I'd like to see this resilience, this continuity to the rally that we had so far. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.